Hi everyone, good morning or good afternoon possibly when you're viewing this. I'm back. I did say last week that hopefully my first video would not also be my last video. So this is my second video, so yes, I've actually progressed on that, woohoo. I've also got 5 subscribers now. Thank you very much to my 5 subscribers. Let's face it, I'm sure I know y'all, but thanks very much. And also some friends sent me some lovely messages as well. And also my little nephew seemed to like it. He said I was talking very active, so shout out to him. Thank you very much. Yeah, if there's anything else you'd like to see, please let me know. I thought what I would do this week is something a little bit different. Basically, I thought I would do a haircut at home. It could be a disaster. Let's see. Actually, before I get into the haircut, I'm just going to show you a little bit of footage that I took in Howth last Sunday. I absolutely love going to Howth. I go there a fair bit when we don't have our 5-kilometre restrictions, obviously, but I absolutely love it. I think it's like continental Europe, especially on a summer day, and the little like stone-washed white houses. You feel like you could be in Greece or somewhere. I don't know, I just love it. And this is a little bit, when you come, people from Dublin or nearby will know when you come into the Dart station, train station in Howth, that's what we call our train. When you come into the station at Howth and you go to the down the pier that's closest to the station, the one with all the seafood restaurants and everything like that on it, which by the way is lovely during the summer when people are all sitting outside all the different little seafood places. There's a really lovely vibe, like really just lively and great place to be. Anyway, when you go down there at this circular stone wall at the end, I don't know if there's a special name for those walls, but anyway, you can sit out on the top and it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's where like the sun hits the water. It's just the perfect place to be. It's a little bit of bliss. So okay, finally the haircut. I've actually just switched over position to the other sofa here because I realised that the light coming in from the window behind me was probably a little bit distracting. So I've been thinking about doing this all week. Then when I got up this morning, to be honest with you, I was not feeling the Mae West. I was like, I don't know if I've got the minerals for this, but I've gone and got a shower, washed my hair, so I'm pushing through and gonna do this haircut. This is the unicorn haircut. I don't know, people with curly hair have possibly seen this on YouTube already, I would imagine. You're probably thinking at-home haircut. You're 2 weeks too late, Gillian love, because the hairdressers are now open again. You can actually just go to a salon and get it done professionally. And I know loads of people were chomping at the bit to get back to the hairdressers. They couldn't wait to go and get, like, you know, lovely hair done. But basically I don't particularly enjoy going to hairdressers to get my hair cut, just because I don't know, is it because like my hair is so curly and thick or whatever, people maybe aren't as used to dealing with that as they are with straight hair. Controversial opinion there, I don't know. But basically I think I've only had about 2 times in my life that I've gone to the hairdresser and I've actually walked out thinking like, wow, this is brilliant, I love it. Most of the time I'm kind of like, I don't know, I just want to tie my hair back again. So yeah, so I'm gonna do this unicorn cut method. It's fairly straightforward. I've just got I've got my hair cutting scissors here. I just picked these up in Boots, and just a few baubles and my brush, and I've got a few hair serums which I'll probably put in later. Okay, so I'm just going to brush my hair forward like so. Sorry that you can't really see my face here for obvious reasons. just take one of my hair baubles and I'm just gonna tie it together in the center. So obviously this is why it's called the unicorn haircut. Just try and smooth that down a little bit. This is why it's called the unicorn haircut, because obviously you've got your little spike at the front like a unicorn. So okay, so I'm just securing this nice and tightly with the hair bauble here. Okay, and then I'm going to put a second one in at the near the bottom. Okay. Okay, so you see that there, and basically what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pull this down to the length that I want to cut at. I'm actually not entirely sure how much I want to take off, so yeah. I think that should be fine. It's not going to be too dramatic. So I'm actually just going to cut it at the top of the hair bubble, so it should create less mess in terms of all the wee stray hairs falling down. Okay, so moment of truth. Bye bye. Okay, there we go. Goodbye. Right, now that's the first step. And what I'm going to do now is just to make it a little less blunt at the ends, I'm just going to snip into the ends, and this is just basically to take a little bit of weight out of it and just to kind of like lessen that little blunt look. So yeah, here goes. I always get a wee bit nervous doing this because I always think like if you do it at the wrong angle, like you could actually snip a big chunk of your hair off, like, you know, but sure, look at, I can just tie it up again, it's grand. Okay, so that's that done. Now for the next step, what I'm going to do is to put in a little bit of layers. I'll just put it back again for a wee second. Okay, so put in, your next step is you're basically going to get half your hair and repeat the same. Okay, so I'm just going to secure the sort of roughly the first half of my hair. I might take a little bit more in. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I'm just going to repeat the same thing. So some of the reasons actually why I'm not so mad about going to get my hair cut is quite often I find, like, because I do have curly hair, it does get very dry and frizzy, and to be honest I feel like half the time I feel like half sorry for the hairdressers having to try and like pull the brush through my mop of a hair. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, I'm a wee bit mortified here. The other thing is, like, I don't know about you, but like, do you ever find, right, something I've sort of experienced all my life is like when people first meet me that they think I'm like very shy and quiet. I'm actually not terribly quiet at all, but that's just kind of like the vibes that people get from me. It's something I've always kind of experienced. And so my hairdresser, I don't think he's terribly chatty, because I have kind of observed him with like other clients and don't think he's like terribly chatty. Like, he's not like rude or anything like that. By the way, I hope he's not freaking watching this video, because I'm like, oh, but no, he's grand. But like, I think like because people just naturally think I'm shy, like sometimes like when I'm in the hairdresser, I normally will try and like start up a wee bit of a conversation, but like they'll be polite and answer, but they don't like hugely take me on to like have a proper conversation. Well, not my current hairdresser doesn't really anyway, because I think maybe he thinks like I'm just being polite. I don't really want to be chatting too much, because that's just, I don't know, I think that's sort of just how people perceive me a lot of the time. I'm kind of like, oh, I'll just look at this like old copy of Heat magazine from about 5 years ago, see what the crack is. Like, it's always things like, who's Myling class stepping out in the town with nowadays, or like, you know, that sort of thing. I think they used to have like a circle of shame, but I think they had to get rid of that because like people complained and said it was like body shaming and stuff like that, which in fairness it was. So yeah, so you're kind of just looking at that, and then you're like, you know, next thing it's like, oh, just tilt your head up there, just tilt your head that way, and like, so you can't even like, I'm never gonna find out like what's the crack with like Brian McFadden now, you know. So yeah, I don't know, just like, I don't mind getting like a blow dry done at the hairdresser, because I think that can be like, you know, if you've got a night out, or like say a work do or something, or like especially if you're busy that day, I think that can like help, like, you know, save any panic about, oh, what am I going to do with my hair, like, you know. Or like, you know, sometimes when you try doing something with your hair yourself like this and it doesn't work out, you're kind of like, oh, I've got to go out now and my hair is a bit crap. So I think like, you know, getting a blow dry done can be great for that. But of course, like in current times, like we don't really have no events to go to basically. So no, I'm not like poo-pooing on hairdressers or anything like that. It's just, yeah, I think like, I do think there is a thing with curly hair whereby if you're not really used to like dealing with it as much, yeah, because I remember actually when I was a teenager and they had this thing called like scrunching, and they literally just get the mousse and they just like scrunch it into your hair like that. So it just kind of created this real like sort of 80s kind of perm look. I don't know, I just wasn't, maybe if that's what you're into, happy days, but I don't know, I was just like, I'm not loving this kind of thing. But anyway, right, so I'm just going to repeat the same step, but basically cut it this way. I'm not exactly sure the reason. This is going to help your layers again. So can you see that there? You're cutting it up and horizontal. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to just bring this down a wee bit so I'm not taking too much off. Okay, so yeah, here goes. The great thing is, as we are in lockdown, if I make a total mess of this, no one really has to know too much about it if I wasn't making a video, of course. Right, okay, so that's that bit. Goodbye. Again, just gonna repeat that little like snippy, choppy bit at the end. Just take the weight out. Looks kind of very professional, this little step, doesn't it? Not the video. I'm not saying the video looks professional, no. Okay. Okay, so that's that bit. So you can see already you're just getting, you know, a few layers there. I have seen people like cut their length first as well. So I suppose it's really just what kind of look you're going for. What I'm actually going to do, as you say in America, bangs. We just say fringe obviously, but you know. Okay, so I'm just kind of going to do the fringe area. I'm basically just going to repeat the same step again, but just with the little fringe area. Okay, so I've got that there. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to show you the finished look now. 3, 2, 1, and... Okay, so here's the final look. As you can see, it's still absolutely massive, but that is just my hair, unfortunately. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry about all the ums and likes. I will try to improve on that, and see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.